Alright guys, so now we are under my truck. What we are going to be installing is going to be this Pedestrian Alert Delete, if I can get it somewhat centered on the screen. This is by Megaohm. They are the company that I ordered this Pedestrian Delete from, as well as the fuel door tab locking pin fix. As you can see, this is a watertight unit. The cap here to protect the connector is actually what we're going to use to plug into the speaker if ever we need to retrofit or reinstall the factory setup. Just off in the corner here, let the camera refocus here. But that gray connector is going to be the Pedestrian Alert and also the Alien Whirl electric drive noise maker or speaker. Two 15mm bolts is what holds this support bracket for the radiator here. See if I can angle that a little better. There we go. I've already loosened this bolt on the opposite side, on the passenger side. This is nose of the truck on the driver's side. We're going to remove this 15mm bolt here. I should grab the impact just for quick work. I'm going to delete the extension, that way I get less walk. I'm not trying to round this thing out. Just go ahead and get this bracket removed. Basically just doing this to swing the support bracket out of the way. This is all real time. I mean, this is going to be a pretty quick job, I think. These weren't very tight. I mean, they were tight, but they weren't crazy tight. Don't need any crazy impact or anything to do this job. Let me see. Get it off of the tabs here for the radiator. Just slide it back to where you can get here. All right, you can see a pretty good access to the speaker. There's a tab on the connector on the top hat. I've got a screwdriver and a pick tool here, but I'm going to see if I can use my finger first. Let me see how I want to do this. Let me go grab another screwdriver and get a stubby. We're going to push down on that tab and we're going to pop that connector off. This would be much easier on my left, but as I showed you guys, I've got a client's Super Beetle on it, so we are going to be. This is just using my finger, working the connector back. Just give you the old pinch. So our connector is now loose. We are going to take our delete here, pull that off, connect the delete to the wire here. Of course, you can see on the top hat here where the connector locking tab goes. Get our orientation correct with the plug. Heard the click, it's now locked. We're going to take the blue cap that came with the delete just to protect the speaker again if we ever need to retrofit these things back, keep moisture and water out. That's there. It does come with a zip tie, so let's find the orientation of where this bracket's going to go. That way we can put this guy up and out of the way. Get that back aligned. There, trying to figure out where I want to put this. Up and out of the way. Don't want this guy just bouncing loose. Make sure you guys can see what I still have going on. I'm trying to think about where I want to zip tie this sucker. Let's put the bracket back and see what we've got. Okay, there's that. I always get bolts started by hand so you don't cross thread things. I'm trying to think about where I want this guy to ride. I'm thinking I'm going to tuck it up over here and actually use the radiator support bracket to hold this. So that may just be off camera. Let me show you what I did here. I'm bringing this sensor over here. You have a square opening that's pressed into this bracket. I'm gonna run the zip tie. We are now away from the speaker. I'm gonna take my zip tie. We're gonna bring it here down into our square opening here. As you can see, and we are just going to do that there. Keeps it from bouncing around. Wires fraying, anything. Not a crazy amount of tension or anything on the connector. It still has play up there, so I'm happy with that. So that's situated. We got our alignment bushing tab back for the radiator back into the support. I'm going to tighten this passenger side off camera. I'm used to working on 50-year-old cars. It's funny how clean it is down here. This truck, as I mentioned, I'm just getting this good and snug with a 3/8 drive ratchet. As I mentioned, this truck has almost 56,000 miles on it. I'm the original owner of this truck. Other than a few qualms with some electrical components, nothing drivetrain wise, just radio and sensors and all that jazz. This is an XLT with a 302A high tier package. It's basically a Lariat, more or less. It's been a good truck. I've driven the hell out of this truck last 2.5 years. It's hauled a lot. 373 gears, tow package, RVs, car haulers, you name it. Happy with that. Caps in there. This job's a wrap. Let's get out from underneath the truck. We'll fire the truck up and make sure we're not getting any sensors or codes. But it should be all she wrote. Straightforward 10-minute job, aside from the debacle of where to put the zip tie. You guys can manage this, and thanks for watching.